I do have a prediction for NVIDIA and Google. Google, I do think by the end of this year, we are going to get a test towards $250, again, by December 2025. If we take a look at NVIDIA, I do believe that we're going to get a test towards $180 per share. That is going to be a 68% move to the top side for NVIDIA. Google there is going to be right around a 57%. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video here by CNBC, just uploaded 25 minutes ago from today, again being April 24th, 2025.
A few flash reports have crossed into my inbox, and they all say better than feared. Better than feared, Karen.
A little bit even better than feared, okay. I think. There was a lot to like. You know, she touched on a lot of it. You know, the top line was better. I think teeny little light on YouTube, but really not even enough to make a difference at all. Subscriptions a little bit better. That's a nice business. So I like what the commentary that I heard so far about AI, about hopefully being able to monetize that. Remember, they did talk about depreciation, so that goes into the gross margin. So that's sort of something to be aware of. All in all, I liked it. I think it's not trading up as much as one might think because it's a pretty good beat and better than feared. But remember, it's $15 off of the bottom. Now, granted, the bottom was pretty terrible. But so I'm long. I'm feeling a little like an exhale, but we still don't know, and we're not going to have any resolution in the near term on what is going to happen to search. Is it going to be dismantled?
Right.
So that's big.
I think it's a huge exhale, and I think it's a huge exhale for earnings season. And I realize this is one name, but I think it was also on a day when we happen to have heard from Amazon and NVIDIA. They reaffirmed that they're not seeing any let up in AI demand. So, I mean, this is the story. Is CapEx falling off? What does it mean for the hyperscalers? What does it mean for NVIDIA? But what we heard here is a story that, at least for Google, I think gets you at least comfortable with their core model. Now, ultimately, the question for Google, I still think, comes down to search and where people are once again challenging the how relevant, how potentially obsolete it could become in an AI world, et cetera, et cetera. And then you just get to Google in terms of valuation. And I would reiterate, in a world where we're probably by the end of this earnings season, I think the street, I think what we're hearing from investors is that the multiple you want to put on stocks is less than it was 3 months ago. And when you're talking about Google, which is one of the cheapest companies in the world, certainly relative to its market cap, it's great for Google. And we had these conversations also about Waymo. We've had these conversations. We heard from Netflix about how YouTube was really outperforming in some level in terms of engagement. This is really positive stuff for Google.
It's also 40. So Karen said it's 15 off the bottom. It's 40 from the top. Why are they buying back stock if they've got so much investment to do?
Because it's down 15%.
They think it's cheap.
They got tons of cash, so they can buy back.
So antitrust is 2 years away. They've got a ton of cash. Why not just make so they think their best investment is to buy their own stock? Isn't that a little?
I think they have enough money to invest in whatever they want to buy. They're doing Wiz. That's $34 billion. That still leaves them with, I think, about $60 billion, not including the cash they got from this quarter. And so I think they can do it. They can afford to do it all.
Yeah, and the only negative I would see is that search is coming in. So they used to be between 90 and 95. Let's call it 93. Now they're around 90. I think people are going to the perplexities. People are going elsewhere. They have their own AI, but I think it's cutting into them a bit.
At least for this quarter, as Mark Twain once said, the rumors of his death greatly exaggerated, right? And that's the same thing. You see what I did there?
You are a philosopher guy, and it's great. We expect those things.
No, do you? So it's not even, you don't even flinch anymore.
No, it's lovely.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. And I'll say this. I don't know what this one was, but maybe I should hire these gals and guys because their hedging book was up $260 million and the street was looking for 23. I know that's not a big deal, but somebody's doing something right on the hedging front. Traded down, held the September low like a boss. I think they should be buying back stock because I do think it's cheap and I have that kind of confidence. I mean, with that low in place, I think the stock goes higher.
They also can't do huge acquisitions anyway. I mean, it's all going to be smaller. Their hands are tied.
Yeah, their hands are tied.
They got to do something with that.
Spending CapEx. Like, what? Is there other stuff that you could do under?
With that, though, they're doing $75 billion-ish, give or take, of CapEx. So, I don't know. This read-through for Meta, though, is very, very good.
Very positive.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder what they're going to say about China in terms of advertising. I mean, everything seems to be good, but going forward, 6% of their advertising revenue is China-related, a lot of it Temu and Shein, and we know that the de minimis loopholes might be closed, and therefore that revenue stream might be shut off.
Yeah, of course. And they have every reason to at least communicate that kind of caution in this environment. But again, I get the revenue on cloud came in at 28.1%, more or less in line. I think that's a huge relief. Again, we're talking also about really high margin business that I think, in some level, for Google, their cloud doesn't get the benefit of the margin uplift that AWS gives to Amazon. And I think that's at some point part of why you want to own Google.
All right, for more.
So let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. We do have Google here at $166 per share at the moment. NVIDIA here is going to be right around $107, just about. I do think both stocks are going to do extremely well by the end of this year. And I do think that right now, if we look at this on the daily chart, let's turn off the Bollinger Band here and just view the moving average. You can see the 200 moving average right here. Currently, we are well below the 200 moving average for NVIDIA. Let me take a look at Google stock as well. Same thing here as well, right? Well below the 200-day moving average. I do think right now, as of today, this is a buying opportunity. Both of these stocks are looking to go up towards the all-time high at 153 for NVIDIA, and then Google here at 206. Like I said, my end-of-year price target for Google is going to be $250. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments for Google stock there. And again, for NVIDIA, my prediction is going to be 180 by December 2025. And again, we'll go ahead and revise this video once the date gets closer. If you guys want to, feel free to share with us what's your average on Google or NVIDIA. Are you guys currently buying, holding, or selling? And again, I don't think it's the time to be selling, in my opinion. We're already well below the 200-day moving average. This is just a dip opportunity, in my opinion. If you don't have a community yet, I highly recommend joining our Discord. It's free to join. First link down below in the description. Over 32,000 people and a dedicated chat section for each of the Magnificent Seven, including NVIDIA and Google. If you are wanting live entries on stocks and options, live entries and exits on stocks and options, feel free to join our Patreon link as well. Currently, we do have a 90% permanent discount as we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary. It is a special promotion going on. If there's any available open spots, check it out, secure it, and it's your permanent discount forever. Again, live entries and exits on stocks and options. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you in the next one.